that exist. This is one of the two. The second one is the hepatic portal system, which is with the liver.
What is it again?
The portal systems for this area with the pituitary gland, it's going to be called the hypophyseal portal. The one with the liver is called hepatic. Because you don't have to know that right now. This is just one of the two. What I want you to understand is what is a portal system. Ports. What do you think of when you hear that there's a port? Do what, Brian?
There's a few things you can think of.
Okay, tell me some of them.
You can think of port as in like shifts in a port, and then you could also think of port as like a port where you would put a cord along those lines as well.
Well, I like that. I really do. Because I was always thinking of the one with like the ships where they come into port. But yeah, I like the one where there's a port to connect to something. That's what we got to do. We have to connect. Now, we haven't really gotten into the heart and the cardiovascular and that sort of stuff. But when you think of the bloodstream, what do you think about?
Flow.
Think about flow.
Carrying of,
circulation.
carrying of nutrients.
Carrying of nutrients. Well, when you think about the heart, okay, the heart is referred to as a pump because every time it beats, it has to send the blood through the body, and then we got to get it to circle back, okay? We go through this whole system, all right, with the blood movement. What we're going to see with a portal system, okay, we're going to actually see that vascular. Now, when I say vascular, let that bring to mind arteries and veins, okay? Vessels of the body. We're going to see that there is a special circulation that exists, meaning it gets to go through the circulation and go to the second circulation and not have to return back to the bloodstream first. Okay? We actually get to have a special route of blood circulation that does not have to return to the bloodstream first. So, in this hypophyseal portal system, it is a network of primary capillaries. We really haven't gotten, like I said, to the topic of the heart and the vascular system. But if we look at the structure that we have, where it looks like it's this big W, all right, and then I've got the attachment to my anterior pituitary and my posterior pituitary. Capillaries. When blood is circulating in your bodies, where do you think the exchange happens? Do you think it happens at all of these big vessels that we can see? No. It happens at that cellular level where we're at a tissue and we've got fluid all around those cells, and what reaches that area are my capillaries. It's at the capillary level where exchange of materials occurs. We either release something into that extracellular fluid around the cells, or it picks up something. So I'm going to find in my hypothalamus, which is my W area, okay, I'm going to find a primary network of capillaries. Okay, is everybody with me on this one? All right, it's getting to the smallest vessel you can have in your blood system, the vascular system. So I've got a primary capillary network in the hypothalamus, a group of small veins, venules, okay, travel down the stalk into my anterior pituitary. A group of small veins travel down the stalk and make their way to the secondary capillaries. So basically what happened, because veins are supposed to return blood to the heart. In a portal system, the veins return the blood to the secondary capillaries first. In a portal system, the veins from the primary carry the blood to the secondary capillaries first, rather than returning them to the blood. Now, what does that mean?
Can you repeat that, please?
In a portal system, the veins from the primary capillaries carry blood to the secondary capillaries first before returning to the bloodstream. Everywhere else in the body, from the capillaries, the veins would simply return it to the heart. So in a portal system, they take it from the primary to the secondary first. So now that's telling me a lot of information, because how is it that I'm going to have control over my pituitary gland? My hypothalamus is controlling it. And my hypothalamus has the connection to primitive areas of the brain which are maintaining homeostasis. So, what is this telling me?
The hypothalamus receives information from these homeostasis systems and uses that information to change what chemicals it secretes in the endocrine system.
All right. So if I look at my anterior portion, which is cellular in makeup, all right, that means I got a bunch of cells all throughout this anterior portion that has a connection to a capillary network, that has a connection to a capillary network in my hypothalamus. So let's say that, all right, let's mention this one, growth hormone. When do we need it?
When we're young.
When we're young,
When you're growing.
when you're growing, at puberty.
I use it every day.
You need it every day. You need it every day until there is no more beating of the heart. Because in all instances, death is the ending of your heart beating. You need growth hormone every day of your life. Why? We tend to associate it with growth. Itty bitty baby gets here, itty bitty baby grows, get to our full height. Oh, we don't need growth hormone anymore. No, we need it all the time. As we get older, production decreases. All right, that's why they try to sell it to us. Okay, beauty products, supplements, all this other type of shots, all this other type of stuff. So, let me think here for a second. What area of my brain is monitoring all these functions? My primitive regions. So my primitive regions are monitoring. I'm getting the information to this, and guess what I have located up here in the hypothalamus? I have something called growth releasing hormone. Note, growth releasing hormone. So I get some information that triggers that the body needs this hormone. So guess what? Because this has connection to a blood source. Hormones have to travel by what way? My bloodstream. So this releasing hormone has connection to the bloodstream, but the bloodstream here simply travels to the secondary capillary network, which is in my anterior pituitary. Guess what is located in my anterior pituitary? Growth hormone. The cells that can produce it. Is everybody with me? So my body says I need some growth hormone. So that information makes it to the areas of my hypothalamus. It basically says, all right, growth releasing hormone, make your way to the anterior pituitary, because that's where it's got to come from. It doesn't come from the posterior. The posterior only has two hormones, oxytocin and ADH. Okay?